ain't going to be no change. They're going to do the same exact thing. That's why I say even now today, if the Lord came back, look, it wouldn't be no different. It wouldn't be no different. You can identify that because based on what it is we doing, based on what it is our conversation is. If they can get rid of you, believe me, they would. That's why it's a time coming called the Great Tribulation, ain't it? And it's not going to be based on us running around hurting nobody. You know, it ain't like we finna come together and go rob some banks. We ain't finna go out and do any mass harm to anybody. You know, you got to be careful nowadays. You know, I was looking at some online the other day. I can't even say killed or dead no more. I got to say unalive. What in the world? What world are we living in? We got to make everything so sensitive now. But it ain't like we going to come together and do anything to hurt anybody, right? If anything, we trying to give you the word to save you. But guess what? That's going to be a problem. That's why I say, look, you can tell whether or not they will receive Jesus. They don't receive, if they receive you, then guess what? They're going to receive Jesus. Why? Because he's giving us his word. But you know how it is when you pull up. Look, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You might have one person in the family that be watching, that be paying attention on the slick, on the slick tip. You know, may call you up like Nicodemus when he pulled up on Jesus at nighttime, right? You know, that's how they'll do you. They'll call you when ain't nobody around, when ain't nobody expecting, you know, for them to be talking to you. Because they don't want to put it in the open, sisters and brothers.